not that song.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
FF episode 1430. I'm so dramatic. 1403, I mean. 1403. Hello, I'm Mike Matthews, broadcasting from Cafe Anyway, located somewhere in Podcastro Valley-Mont. Today, Chely Shoehart, Floyd the Floorman, John Deere the Engineer. We'll get to the segment JARELNIME and the Daily HAYLEY, the segment we should have gotten to.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Last Monday, but alas, it didn't happen. Today is Sunday.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
I'm going to sing to you a song that I spent hours writing, and it's kind of like someone who's inviting, like a guy named Chris Martin who writes a song called Someone Like This, something like this, and he sings the things of, oh, the bread is and their bed, the Achilles
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Achilles heel and Batman, Spider-Man. I want something just like this.
Mike's
I tried singing that
Daily
at karaoke
Podcast.
because I'm a scary Okie. I'm from Oklahoma. No, I'm not. But nobody was there, luckily, at that point of the karaoke. Everyone had walked away, and I just kind of typed it in. I'd do a typing sound effect for you right now, but if I did that, this whole computer would blow up, and that wouldn't be very helpful. Look who walked in! Hello, my Matthews and Chely Shoehart, chef supervisor. Oh my God, why wasn't I invited to your karaoke party? Why weren't you invited to my karaoke party? I invited everyone, but then I realized it was a private party. Look who else walked in. Oh, Mike, this is Floyd the Floorman! And this is John Deere the Engineer. Whoa, that was scary, John Deere, that voice. I'm sorry, Mike. I'm upset that I didn't get to go to your karaoke party.
Here's today's podcast picture.
You didn't get to go to my karaoke party? Yeah. Okay, we'll have to do another Mike excursion where I can actually invite you to something you can go to. That's what I'm going to do. The podcast picture is of a butterfly. Look, it's so pretty. Up in the sky, butterfly. It actually was from this morning, this butterfly, as I was walking my wonderful dog, Basil the Boxer, and this wonderful butterfly there at the Coal Canyon Park was there, up in all this vegetation that's blooming oh so crazy. My backyard's so crazy with the blooming vegetation. Hey, one of the things I noticed at the karaoke party was that people did not know the song. They did not know that song Out of Touch by Hall & Oates. You're out of touch, I'm out of time. I know. Everyone should know that song. I said, that's Hall & Oates. They're like, what? Really? Yeah. Hello? It's one of their big songs. Oh, but they know what I got, full stop, can't know the feeling. You make my dreams come true. Or I can't go for that. No, can't go. Or Rich Girl. Private Eyes. But do they know? Don't you know that you have everything your heart desires? So why you want more if you have everything? I want something just like this. Beep, beep, beep. Okay, the lyrics in that are good. That song, that Coldplay song. And you listen to it, and it's just like the same four chords going over and over again, but they put all that instrumentation that the Chainsmokers provide, and check it out. Do the karaoke version on YouTube. You'll be pleasantly surprised. It's fun to do that song, the lyrics. And then maybe do the lyrics to Out of Touch. Then I tried doing the lyrics. I tried doing the song by Mr. Kyrie. Kyrie, listen down the road that I must travel. And nobody knew that one either, even though that was the number one hit in the 80s. It just amazes me. So the people at this party, they're all about 10, 20, 30 years older than me. But they didn't know that stuff. They knew their Monkees, Beatles. They knew their Hermits. What else did people sing? So here's the thing about karaoke that I do not enjoy, and that is people go, oh, I want to do this song. I want to do this song. Okay, all right, here it is. I'm typing it in. Once again, imagine typing sound effects. Here, wait, maybe I can do this. There, I did it without making my computer crash. Good. And they start the song, and they're like, okay, so let's say Joan Jett. I love rock and roll. I saw him there by the record machine. I probably was about 17. Said, can I take you home? And please, we don't be alone. And that's when I knew that he was coming home with me. Yeah, me. And that thing. And I said, I love rock and roll. They don't even sing it. It's very upsetting. This is what I've learned from karaoke parties, that the thing that I don't like, if you're going to sing a song, sing it. If you're going to sing out, sing out. As Mr. Cat Stevens said from the movie Harold and Maude. And the one other thing I'd like to get to today, I'd like to just talk about something happened yesterday that really grabbed me. You know those Facebook Messenger memory things where you see a post from some... I've talked about this in the past, where you have a post from someone or you have someone comments on one of your posts, and they show the memory on Facebook. Let's say the memory was from a couple years ago, and let's say that person is gone. Let's say they have died. And how it's just very... You go, oh my gosh. It's like another way Facebook reminds you of stuff. And it's so heartbreaking. Thank you, Facebook. But I didn't have one of those moments yesterday. I saw a Facebook post that I had made that I completely forgot I had done, and it shocked me to see my post, and my post was the following. I hate white people. No, it wasn't that. That was not even funny. Why did I bring that? The racism in any capacity, even against your own race, is wrong. But no, I found my post had said the following. And this is when I was in Alabama, and the post was, I'm rethinking the California move. And I got all these posts, these comments underneath the post, comments from people saying, no, you got to come to California. Oh, just think California's got this and that. We can't wait to see you, blah, 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 blah. And all those people that commented underneath my post, I don't talk to any of them anymore. They're all gone. What's that say about me? What's that say about them? But it's weird because all the people that were beckoning back to California, the people that I was going to be seeing, I don't see anymore. It's weird. It like defeated the purpose of coming back to California, to which was very interesting. At the bottom of all those comments, the last comment made was by my mom, who said she was totally against my move to California. She thought I should just stay in Alabama. I was going to save money there in Alabama. So expensive in California. She had moved to a cheaper state, to Florida, and she was happy with that move. She thought maybe I could make the best of it there in Alabama, which I will say right now on the record, on my podcast, that I am glad I didn't listen to that advice. I love California. I'm glad I came back. I didn't come back to the exact spot I had left when I came back to California. I came to the Northern California, to the Bay Area, and I love it here, and I'm glad I came to California and the Bay Area when I did, because it was still relatively accessible then. Now the move would be just impossible. It's so expensive here, which I knew at the time when we were in the economic downturn that it was the perfect time to move. But my mom had posted commented underneath the post. She had said, you can make friends anywhere. You can make the best of wherever you are at. There's beauty and friends you can make anywhere. You just have to make the effort. And so she said that. And then nobody commented under that. They were sort of like, wow, Mike's mom doesn't want him to come back to California. This post, those comments brought back so many memories and made me think, am I really glad I came back to California? Yeah. I am glad I came back to California. I may not talk to those people. Those people may have been fickle and have run out of my life for this reason and that. That's fine. I've made new friends. And like my mom said in her post, you can make new friends wherever you go. and there is beauty wherever you are. So she was right there, but I know, and she knows, that it was a good idea for me to come back to California. Anyway, here in California I am, at Cafe Anyway. In Podcastro Valley 10 today, at the last place on earth, and Mike's Daily Podcast, which is now 1,403 episodes strong. Unlike some stupid NPR show I heard advertised today on Morning Edition with Lourdes Garcia Navarro, as if she needed more names. Why don't you add a couple, like 8 more names to that name? Lucy, or Lulu. She goes by Lulu now. The host of the Sunday edition of Weekend Edition of Morning Edition. And she did, I hate when they do, NPR does so much of their own self-promoting now. Like they promote their stupid little music projects and bands that they're supporting, that they have a monetary stake in. And now they go ahead and plug their stupid podcasts. I guess they're, and it just makes me laugh. Hey, it's a brand new podcast. Let's talk to the host. Hey, Stan, what's your podcast about? Well, Lulu, my podcast is about how people, they record and they send me the recording of them telling me what was great about their week. Let's listen to some of them now. You can, and Stan, I'm happy because this week my daughter got to go to summer camp. And it just makes me laugh. I know this podcast. The thing about podcasts and brand new podcasts that make me laugh is that I know so many podcasts get started and go nowhere. They end up 1 or 2 or 10, maybe they get to 20 episodes and then they're done. They can't do anymore because they can't get, especially the ones where there's more than one person. This podcast has been easy for me to do for 1,403 episodes. I'm going to change the number for 4,572 episodes because I am the only person on this podcast, as well as, well, I'm sorry, me and you guys are on the show too. Mike Matthews, whatever, we're not like chopped liver. That's right, Mike, I'm not chopped liver, I'm Floyd the Floorman. And I'm John Deere, the engineer. Right. So, MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com, a great website to help support, because you know this podcast is going to last forever and ever and ever until I die, until I'm dead. So check out that MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com. All the past shows, past podcast pictures, past interviews I've done. Hey, Irene Pena might be coming back. She's a great singer-songwriter. She should be back next weekend. We'll talk to her. So all the past shows, and you can help support the show, MIKES-DAILY-PODCAST.com. Click on that Amazon link. Buy whatever it is you're going to buy, and that helps us out. There's also the link to the, PayPal. You can help us out that way and become an inglorious Mike's Daily Podcaster and get a special greeting from all the Cafe Anyway characters. All that at MIKES-DAILY-PODCAST.com. And now the segment called...
Oh, my gosh!
The bottom of the chart.
I won.
The bottom of the charts. These are the bottom feeder news stories we'll get to real quickly here before we get to JARELNIME and the Daily HAYLEY. First off,
I won.
Anthony Scaramucci Fandango. Scaramucci. The White House's new hard-hitting foul-mouthed communications director. Another blowhard, another self-obsessed jerk in this administration delivered a stern warning to the media yesterday via Twitter. Lay off the family. And I don't think I need to say anything more except that family does not need to be drawn into this. He tweeted, soon we will learn who in the media has class and who doesn't. No further comments on this. Leave civilians out of this. He tweeted then on Friday before that. I can take the hits, but I would ask you, would put my family in your thoughts and prayers and nothing more. All right. I agree with that. Whatever. You know what? And there's info here about his family. I'm not going to read about it. I'm not going to read to you about it. Because I understand that. Still, he's a jerk. Hey, Health and Human Services Secretary Tom Price said on Sunday, what do I base that judgment on? I don't know. Don't you get that feeling, though? I mean, the way he was talking to that New York Times reporter, I mean, and then he got Reince Priebus fired. I mean, did he have to do that? Health and Human Services Secretary Tom Price said today that no decisions have been made on whether to continue key Affordable Care Act subsidies to health insurance companies. But the administration's job is to follow the law of the land, a top White House aide said. President Donald Trump will decide soon. Smarting with the failure of the Senate Republicans to pass on Obamacare repeal and replace bill, Trump on Saturday threatened in a tweet to end the subsidy payments, which help make insurance accessible to poorer Americans. A move that could critically destabilize health exchanges if it went ahead. But Health and Human Services Secretary Tom Price said that no decisions have been made yet on that. Now we go to, well, you heard about that another intercontinental ballistic missile that North Korea launched. Well, the U.S. has conducted a test of its Terminal High Altitude Area Defense, or THAAD. Actually, THAAD. Wouldn't that be THAAD? Defense system in Alaska by launching a ballistic missile over the Pacific Ocean. The weapon was fired by a U.S. Air Force plane and intercepted by the system. It was successful. So take that, North Korea, you idiots. Man, Brett Favre's wife is lovely. I found that out by looking at this page that I'm looking at on the NBC MSN website. The exercise will help the U.S. to stay ahead of the evolving threat, said the Missile Defense Agency's Director, Lieutenant General Sam Greaves. Earlier this month, U.S. officials said to Reuters that the military was planning a test amid tensions with North Korea. The U.S. has THAAD interceptors in Guam that are meant to help guard against missile attack from a country such as North Korea. And finally, let's wrap this up. Astronomers may have discovered the first exomoon. A team of astronomers believe they have spotted the first moon outside our solar system. The team, led by Dr. David Kipping. Hey, you know what a kipper is? A kipper is one of them little fishies that you eat for breakfast in England. I had a kipper for breakfast. That's what I found out by watching Doc Martin. I am addicted to that stupid, obscure British TV show. It's not obscure in England. Here in America, no one knows what Doc Martin is. Aren't those shoes that hot girls that I dated in the 90s wore? Yes. The hipster barista girls all wore Doc Martens, and they were lovely. Where are they now? By the way, I've given up. Just want you to know, I've given up. I've given up on love. Turned away from it. I can say this now. This is buried deep in my Sunday podcast, which no one listens to. I'm just going to say it right now. I'm pissed off. I'm done. I'm done with pursuing women. I'm done with it. I'm not going to pursue men, but I'm done pursuing women because it leads nowhere, and I'm always disappointed. And it's karma for something I did long ago. I don't know what, but apparently I just am not lucky in love. And the most recent example of this was on Friday. I met a very lovely woman named Camille. We were walking, and she and I talked for a while. Well, I got her phone number, right? I said, hey, do you want to go walking sometime on 10 Hills Trail? And she goes, yeah, sure. So I call her up, and, she had other things going on, I understand, but she thought I was some other guy. She's like, okay, I'll meet you at the grocery outlet. I'm like, okay, thinking, wow, this is going well. And I said, by the way, this is Mike, the guy you met with the dog. And she goes, oh, well, I'm not interested in a dog, she said. I'm not interested in buying a dog. And God, I love podcasting because I can talk about this stuff honestly. Hey, and I said, no, this is Mike. I was walking the dog, Basil the boxer. You remember? And we talked for a while. I mean, it was a long time, my friend, a long time. She goes, oh, okay, all right, well, bye, and just hung up. And this isn't the first time this kind of thing has happened to me, my friend. This is my tribute to John McCain today, this show, because you know how he says my friends? And that guy is a rock star freaking hero from beyond. That dude is everything. I'm not a Republican, but damn it, that guy. I aspire to be John McCain. That guy is just so impressive. Anyway, my point being, my friend, that I have the worst friggin' luck. The girl I got the last weekend who took a picture of me with my dog, and then I sent her a text saying, hey, thanks for the picture. What? Never heard back from her. Who else? Oh, the girl I used to see. I interviewed her daughter on my podcast, and I was texting back and forth with her. See, this is the thing. Okay, so with Camille, instead of texting her, I said, I'm not going to text her. I'm going to call her. Because I'm getting sick. I'm saying X the text is what I'm saying. Because we all just text, and it's all kind of, we ask each other out on dates via text. There's apparently this thing called sexting. I've never been involved with that, but apparently it's all the rage. And I said, no, I'm going to call Camille, which I did, which you know how it went. There was this girl I knew, Diane, something like that. And we were texting back and forth, and we were all friendly, and we met up. She had a dog, and we walked our dogs once or twice. And then I was texting with her and then heard nothing, and then was just gone, just dropped. And then I saw her walking with some other bald guy in the mall. She didn't see me, or apparently saw me, but just saw right through me because I'm invisible. You become invisible if you're a white male, bald, in your late 40s. Just want you to know. If you want to become invisible, if you want to become a song by the gay guy from American Idol that I can't think of his name at the moment. Damn. It was a good song. If I were invisible, that guy. Remember him? And then he married an old woman. Do you remember that story? And then he ran for Congress. What was his name? I could look it up right now. Well, before I do that, let me just say that my secondary plan, and I've told you this is we're deep into this podcast, and I was talking about what was I talking about? The exomoon. And I think what my point was, Clay Aiken! You may have been saying that name over and over again, but I just couldn't hear you through this weird way of recording something, and then you hear it later. Clay Aiken. All right. Living with Asperger's and Tourette's? What? Why does that pertain to Clay Aiken? That's a bizarre. That also came up with my search. Okay. That might explain. I don't know what that explains, but what I do know is that there was an exomoon. And okay, maybe right now you're singing to me not a Clay Aiken song, but a song by Peter Gabriel and Kate Bush. Don't give up. Please don't give up. I'm gonna walk down. I don't hurt anymore. Gonna walk through that door. Whatever may come, whatever may go. Let rivers flow in. That river's flowing. Maybe that's what you're saying to me right now, and I should listen. So they have spotted what might be the first evidence of a moon orbiting an exoplanet. By harnessing data from the Hubble Space Telescope, researchers have identified an exomoon candidate called Kepler 1625b. It would be a pretty big deal if this exomoon candidate turns out to be real, because it would be the first of its kind, and moons stand to tell us quite a bit about our solar system and other star systems. Fascinating. This could be a vital clue about how star systems form and evolve, he added. And now it is time for some friends to stop by and give me some advice, and we talk about some interesting things. This is JARELNIME and the Daily HAYLEY. Here we go.
JARELNIME. The Daily HAYLEY. The almost Daily HAYLEY.
We're about to have a door opening sound effect, a real live authentic door opening sound effect. Hey, Jarrell.
Yo.
Welcome to Cafe Anyway. Someone's going to walk into Cafe Anyway in a moment.
But there's a whole bunch of people who walked in it.
There he is.
Hi.
How are you? It's the Daily HAYLEY.
Hold on, let me clock in and take my headphones off here.
All right, he's going to do his little... I don't know what he was saying just then.
Wait, he works at Cafe Anyway now?
He does. Yeah, he's our new cashier person. Because we've got the system... Don't you love the restaurants where you order off the menu?
I'm the embezzlement specialist.
Wrecked.
Every company needs an embezzlement specialist.
Not mine.
How's your company doing?
It's picking up momentum slowly, but that's cool because there are certain things I need to structure myself, so slow development is actually good.
Wait, before you give a plug of your company, we have to say something that will hook the listener in. Hey, coming up, we're going to hear from Jarrell's experience in Los Angeles in a weekend of debauchery with the animation people. Is that correct? Is that a good tease?
That was very innuendous.
Innuendous and out-uendous. No, he left. Okay, Jarrell's company is called...
Are we really doing this?
It's JM Audio, it's really great.
Yeah, it's called JM Audio Services. We provide services related to sound reinforcement, such as mic speakers for concerts, weddings, anything like that, speaking engagements. Also, digital audio engineering, so if you have audio that is of your own, we do not condone anything that is illegal, so we can put it together for you and add in the other polishes thereof, polishing touches. Also, consultation. So if you're looking at trying to design a new sound system, we'll help point you in the right direction.
So my only listener, Sylvia, her husband is in a band called Mofu, and if they wanted to use your equipment, they could. And what's the name of your company?
JM Audio Services, primarily available on the weekends.
Did you see what I did? I plugged both of you guys. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
How was the Fanime?
That was Memorial Day weekend. 4th of July weekend was Anime Expo, and it was actually really, really cool.
So 4th of July week. So it's always on the holiday weekends then.
Right. So in particular, Anime Expo is the largest anime convention in the United States, if I remember correctly. I think they topped somewhere around 100, a little over 100,000 attendee registrants this time around.
Dang. I didn't realize anime is still so popular. Is it really? It's still building in momentum, isn't it?
Its target audience is really that of teenagers, although there are a significant number of adults who are interested in anime. But a lot of the anime, especially that are being marketed, especially on Cartoon Network with the program Toonami and Adult Swim, it targets primarily teenagers, especially because a lot of the characters in anime are teenagers. Any big celebrities at this last one you went to in Los Angeles? You could say that. A lot of the voice actors are from from mainstream animes. One in particular, I forgot some of the animes that were there, but one in particular, as a matter of fact, one particular anime that has been revamped because it goes back to many of my generation's childhood is Sailor Moon, and they had a whole Sailor Moon panel there. Now, I know most of my listener are Sailor Moon fans. Oh, there's this girl, Nikki English, that I'm friends with on Facebook. She's up in Canada, blonde hair, total Caucasian, right? Loves Sailor Moon, dresses as Sailor Moon, goes to all the anime things up in Canada dressed as one of the characters. I forget which one. That's really cool. But you two should meet. She's single now. I'm single too, but what the wow! But that's no guarantee. Wow. Now, so all these people, and you must be like hog heaven. I don't know where that expression came from. That must be because we are here in the red state of California, and we say hog heaven. No, how did you enjoy it? Was it fun? It was fun for me in particular, but not by me cosplaying or actually being a spectator of any of the festivities, but it's more so as I'm behind the scenes of everything. So in the room that I actually staff volunteer in, it's a live programming room 1, which is in the Petri Hall of the LA. Petri Hall? That sounds like a Petri dish. That's not what this is. Petri dishes are disgusting and fetid. If you say so. Oh!
I'm sorry I interrupted. I'm a bad interviewer. Go ahead.
No, that actually brings spice to everything. So you're a great interviewer.
What, the Spice Girls were there too? What's your favorite part of the Spice Girls movie?
Haley, get over here.
Wait, I have to walk over to Haley over here behind the cash register and the embezzlement register. Go ahead.
I love when they're hanging out inside the bus, and it's just like a giant clubhouse inside this moving bus. And also, there's a bomb in the trunk at one point, so they have to deal with that situation. The Spice World movie is amazing.
Go ahead, Jarrell.
I would have to agree with that. But I just piggyback on what he says. Absolutely. But my funniest scene was when when one of the characters in there was actually just telling the story of the Spice Girls trying to get to the venue and speeding the bus down through London, jumping a bridge that was already flipped upward, that to where the both sides were flipped upward at 70 miles an hour.
It's the London Bridge. It's the
Wait, the London Bridge is in Arizona, though.
Well, it's the new London Bridge.
Oh, the new one. Okay. And they jump over it? They jump over the Thames?
It's the leap of faith where you floor the accelerator and the bus's momentum manages to skip over the gap because the bridge has two portions of it which actually flips upward to let boats through. So it was right in the middle of that. So they actually floored the accelerator. Victoria, who I believe was the driver, actually flipped up. And right when they were just about to enter the venue, they get stopped by a police officer who lists all of their crimes. And they send Emma, the baby Spice, to batterize at the officer to try to get him off the hook.
I have got to watch this movie, I think, maybe. I'd probably like it better than Moana. Thoughts, Haley?
Moana's really good.
Is it?
Yeah, it gets better as it goes along, actually. So,
And
go ahead, Jarrell.
some folks actually bashed Dwayne Johnson for his singing, but he actually did really good.
he did great.
Wait, what part does he play?
Maui.
Oh, the big guy that comes out of the water. That at the beginning turns into all these different shapes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's as far as I got. This was ridiculous.
The animation style changes after that. It changes to the part you don't like, but it's good.
Okay, all right. Now that I've gotten this strong endorsement from you two, I will watch it. Well, Jarrell, hey, that rhymed. It was a little poem. How would you like to sum up today's JARELNIME / Hayley, Daily Hayley?
The biggest thing is if you have an interest in anime, just do the research on it first. Check the genre on everything because there's, just like a lot of movies that are not all that good, there's a significant portion of anime that might not be of your interest. So it's better to actually look at the background of everything first before you actually indulge into it.
All right. Oh, we've got an audience. Thank you, Jarrell. Have a good day. Thank you, guys. As we go outside a cafe anyway, we're bringing you Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcaster Valley. Next show, Benita, the Disgruntled Fiddle Player, and the Brewmaster. The next show will be up on the internet within 24 hours, my friend. I'm still doing the John McCain thing. May John McCain live. I hope he beats the brain cancer. I hope he does. He's just an amazing guy. I can't believe how strong that dude is. Really inspirational. Okay, we're gonna see. We'll see you soon in the morning. I'll be posting a new show. But hope you enjoyed this Sunday show. It was all over the place. It was scattered, but it was fun, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I think we all learned a thing or two. It was cathartic for both of us, wasn't it? No, maybe. Okay. Next show it'll be Benita, the Disgruntled Fiddle Player, and the Brewmaster. Goodbye.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com. Email Mike now at MIKES-DAILY-PODCAST@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!